Good to have you with us. You're watching The Big Story. I'm Avni Raja, and our focus continues to be the horrific Hathras incident. Now, at this point in time, it's been 30 hours and counting that the media remains blocked from entering Hathras village. There is absolutely no reason being given as to why the media is being cordoned off. There are barricades that are put everywhere and no answers, no reasoning being given as to why that's happening. In fact, the family has been trying to make their voice heard, and in fact, multiple videos have emerged of the family stating that they are being confined by the police, even threatened. Media is still being kept in the dark. Times Network, in fact, spoke to the victim's cousin, who made several damning allegations against the Hathras administration as well as the police. The family says that they are being pressurized and were beaten by the police also for speaking to the media.
हमको किसी को आने नहीं दे रहे कि हम तुम लोगों से बात कर पाते, इसलिए आने नहीं दे रहे, मार रहे हैं, पीट रहे हैं, धमका रहे हैं और गांव में डोल रहे हैं पुलिस। हम तो छुप के आए थे, इसीलिए
छुप के आना पड़ा आपको। खेत का रास्ता बंद है? हाँ,
खेत का रास्ता तो हमको मालूम है कहाँ से आना पड़ता है, तो इसलिए हम यहाँ पर आ गए हैं।
क्योंकि आप यहाँ के रहने वाले हैं तो आपको पता है कौन सा रास्ता लेना है।
हाँ, इसीलिए हम यहाँ आ गए थे। हमारे ताऊ, हमारे भाभी और भैया और ताई बात करना चाहती थी आपसे कि उनको बुला लाओ, कि बात करना चाहते हैं हम उनसे।
और सवाल
और डीएम ने आपने बोला अपनी ताऊ जी को मारा है।
हाँ,
किस बात में कह रहे हैं?
इस बात तो मारा था कि वो यूँ कह रहे थे कि हम मीडिया वालों को बुला के लेके आएंगे और तुम्हारी सारी बोलती खोलेंगे, इसलिए मारा था।
और आपने बोला कि फोन सबका स्विच ऑफ कर देने के लिए बोला?
हाँ, स्विच ऑफ करने के बोला था और फोन छुड़ा लिए थे।
अभी क्या माहौल है बेटा? आप वहाँ से जैसे भागते भगाते आप आए हैं, वहाँ से आए हैं, गाँव में क्या माहौल है? आपके परिवार में क्या माहौल है, इसके बारे में बताएं आप। और डीएम साहब कल आए थे, क्या बोल रहे थे आप लोग को?
वो बोल रहे थे कि हमने तो वो बॉडी तो हमने उनको दी नहीं थी, वो बॉडी तो बर्फ में लग रही है, हमने किसी और की बॉडी को आग लगा दी है जी। वो बोल रहा था, हमने सुन ली थी छुपकर, तो वो हमको फिर हमको वो थाने ले आ रहे थे। हम गाड़ी में बैठा के फिर हम छोड़ दिए थे।
अच्छा।
सो घर भेज दिए थे। वो लड़के का बाप है, वो दूसरा मुजरिम, उसके बाप से बात कर रहे थे डीएम सर।
और आप एक बात बताइए, आप यहाँ पे सारे मीडिया वालों से बात करने आए, क्या मैसेज मिला था आपको परिवार की तरफ से? आपके घर के बूढ़े बुजुर्ग क्या बोले कि क्या आप जाके बताइए मीडिया वालों को?
इन्हें बता रही थी।
So the victim's cousin there clearly talking about the situation inside the village, which nobody at this point in time is allowed to access, painting a very damning picture of the situation of what the police are doing, and saying that we want to come out and speak, our family wants to speak out, but we are not being allowed. Now, what happened after that is that just as Times Network started speaking to the victim's cousin, a team of cops arrived and intimidated the victim's cousin, forcing him to flee the spot. In fact, the cops also did not allow the media to freely move about, cited 144 as the reason. And you can see the visuals there on your screens of the situation as it happened while the media was trying to speak to the victim's cousin. The police came and tried to move everybody away from there.
The UP police personnel have suddenly become active. These are the police personnel, and this boy has to run. Imran would show you. This is the only option left for the family to run away. There you can see in the visuals. Imran would come here. There you come in the visual. This is a deployment which is being done by the UP police personnel. क्या बोलने आए थे आप? किस पे चिल्ला रहे थे आप? नहीं, किस पे चिल्ला रहे थे आप? आप चिल्ला किस पे रहे थे?
किसी पे चिल्ला रहे थे?
किस पे चिल्ला रहे थे आप?
किसी पे चिल्ला रहा हूं।
Let's go and talk to the senior officials what they have to say.
ये बताइए।
This is another deployment which is happening here. These are the police personnels who have come here. Sir, आप लोग इस तरफ आए।
उच्च अधिकारी का आदेश
क्षेत्र अधिकारी का आदेश है. Again, the ऊपर से आदेश kind of drama is continuing. Wherever we have gone, we have been stopped, and not even us. Everyone from the media who wants to get voice of the people have been stopped, and these kind of barricades have been put in at every corner, and whosoever is attempting has been stopped.
प्लीज
सर यहाँ पे दो लोग जा रहे हैं सर.
नहीं 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 नहीं
144 लगी है, हम 2 लोग ज्यादा हैं, हम मीडिया से हैं।
कृपया करके आप जो है उसके अंदर चलें आप।
Again, the same kind of incident happening, and it's utter chaos at this location.
Let me in fact go across to my colleague Gauri, who's joining me at this point in time. So Gauri, this entire sequence of events paints a very damning picture of what's actually going on in the village. 30 hours and counting, and the media is not being allowed to not just enter the village, but not even talk to somebody who's come out and who is on his own voluntarily trying to speak to the media, trying to get the voice heard, and that's not happening. Take us through that entire sequence of events as it happened.
Exactly, Avni, and this entire sequence is very, very crucial because remember, it's been over 30 hours that this entire village has been completely cut off. Media is not being allowed to enter and speak to the family members, and this entire blockade actually has been continuing since 30 hours. And even then, this young boy actually managed to sneak out and speak to media and put forth their version, but he was actually stopped midway. Let me take you through this entire sequence once again, and what kind of big allegations that have been made by this particular person. He is victim's cousin, and here he is actually speaking to multiple channels. Our mic is also there. Times Network entire team was there and actually asking questions to this young man, and he was making some grave allegations in this particular media session. He was saying some startling things like that that they were not allowed to speak to media, that they are being threatened, they are being beaten up. Their uncle and aunt actually want to speak to media, but they are not being allowed to do so. He also went on to say that the district magistrate actually beat up his uncle. Big allegation there made by victim's cousin there. And also he's alleging in this particular sequence that they have been asked to switch off their phones. Clearly an attempt to basically cut them off entirely from the entire media community and the outside world. And also he made a very big, very serious and grave allegation. He is saying in this sequence that they overheard DM's conversation, and in that conversation DM actually is saying that wrong body was given. We don't know for sure which wrong body is he actually referring to, but it could be victims also. So it is a one big allegation being made by victim's cousin there, and he is also saying in this particular interaction, he is also saying that DM spoke to the father of the accused. So in a way actually making a big allegation against the authorities. Remember earlier in the day, our correspondent Alok Singh went on and questioned the district magistrate of Hathras and questioned him over a range of topics, including why the media has been blocked in this particular area, what happened in at that particular night when the victim was cremated in a manner which was very questionable, and also about the various videos that are doing the rounds in this entire incident. And also remember, this is not the first time that the family has come forward and actually spoken up against the authorities and the police. They have been claiming threat to life time and again, but this is crucial. This particular testimony, the victim's cousins, actually is very, very important because it is the first time the family member, a family member of the victim is actually coming forward and speaking since the time the police actually imposed this entire blockade in Hathras. So let me take you through this entire sequence once again. I'll ask my team to actually play the first sequence where the guy is actually talking to the media and making some big serious allegations. Let me take you through the allegations once again. First allegation, not allowed to speak to media. They are being threatened. They are being beaten up. Their relatives actually want to speak to media, but they are not being allowed to do so. The DM, the district magistrate, actually beat up his uncle, and also they have been asked to actually switch off their mobile phones. Why? We don't know. Do the police actually want them to not actually get connected in any way to the outside world? That only UP Cops can actually answer. He's also alleging that they are being beaten and threatened continuously. So this kind of interaction was going on when media persons were actually posing some serious questions, and he was making some serious allegations there. And that was the point when he was actually explaining the kind of messages that the parents are trying to give out to the world. That was when a team of policemen actually arrived at the spot. And what happens next is extremely shocking, Avni, because that actually shows the kind of intimidation and the kind of fear they are actually living in, this entire family. You can see our correspondent Priyank Tripathi here. He's actually pointing towards that particular team which actually arrived at the spot, and this is the guy. This is the victim's cousin who actually jumped over barbed wires and ran away from the spot at the point when he actually saw cops approaching at that particular spot. Imagine the kind of fear and intimidation that this family is facing right now. So you can see the cops actually one by one start arriving at the spot and actually start asking people to disperse, including media person, and Priyank is continuously asking each one of them as to why this decision is being taken, why are they being asked to leave, what is the logic behind imposing section 1444, and also why is media being blocked in Hathras. But all of them actually are giving one particular answer, and that is that they have orders from top bosses. Who are these top bosses? What kind of orders are they giving? Are they trying to basically black out the entire region and block media completely so that the truth doesn't come out? Is that the purpose that UP police is actually looking at? That only UP police can explain, but this entire sequence is very, very damning. So you can see cops, actually armed cops, approaching the site where the victim's cousin was standing and facing questions and making some serious allegations, and just then the victim's cousin actually jumped over barbed wires and ran away. And he actually, while he was interacting with media personnel, he was explaining how he managed to came out of the house, because remember there is massive security in and around victim's house, and they are not being able to contact the outside world at all. But this guy actually managed to come out and speak to the media, and when he was doing so, cops came and interrupted the entire session. Now Priyank here is actually moving forward. Priyank and his camera person actually are moving forward, and again policemen actually stop Priyank and ask him to leave. When Priyank tell them that they are only two people, that is Priyank and his camera person, and as per section 144, 4 people can actually assemble at any given point, so they are not violating any rules. But the cops were not ready to hear this excuse at all, and they were just asking Priyank and his camera person to leave, and all other media personnel who were standing there interviewing victim's cousin to leave the spot, and the victim's cousin actually ran away in fear.
Yes, absolutely, Gauri. Thank you so much for taking us through that entire sequence that essentially paints what the situation is at this point in time. And what's shocking at this point also is that while all of this is going on, there's absolutely no response, no reasoning, no rationale given as to why this is really happening. In fact, officials refuse to give any kind of reasoning for the media being blocked now for a second day in a row. Times Network's Parbina posted several tough questions to a Hathras official who cited the SIT probe excuse.
भाई कह रहा है कि बात नहीं करने दिया रहा है। घर में पुलिस वाले बैठे हुए हैं, पहरा लगा हुआ है, काफी पुलिस वाले घर के अंदर मौजूद है, किया जा रहा है।
अभी एसआईटी की जांच चल रही है। एसआईटी की जांच चल रही है।
घर के अंदर है सर, केवल पीड़ित परिवार को नहीं, काफी लोगों को, केवल पीड़ित परिवार को नहीं सर, काफी लोगों को।
एसआईटी पूरे घर के अंदर
सबको नजर में किया गया है
सर, एसआईटी पूरे गांव में
नजर में किया गया है। तो गायत्री ये वो तस्वीर है, ये
क्यों, किस वजह से बाहर जाना है आप लोग?
ये एसडीएम है, इलाके के एसडीएम है।
This is the kind of behavior given by the Uttar Pradesh police to the family, to the media. They have no answers. They're not allowing us to go inside, but not allowing us to work here too. A family member who walked all the way 3 kilometers just to share the kind of atrocities they are facing while losing a daughter at their home, and this is what the behavior shown by the administrative officers here. They say we don't know anything, and when we ask them tough questions, they don't have any answer. Only answer is SIT is investigating. SIT is investigating inside the house.
All right, let's now go across to my colleague Alok, who is on ground there. He has been trying to understand what's happening and why is media not being allowed to enter this particular village. Let me go across to him. Alok, what can you tell us now? It's been more than 30 hours. Media has been blocked. There has been no proper answer being given. And you've also tried multiple people in the administration, in the police, to try and understand what's happening. But you've also got absolutely no answers.
Yes, this is the reason that they are not answering, because there is some loophole are there, and there are some lapses from their side, and this is the reason they are not coming to light. They are not coming in front and saying whatever the thing is, and they are not clearly telling to our to the media. And in fact, that is the reason they have blocked the media as well. In fact, I am standing at the SP office, and here I am reporting from. In fact, IG Aligarh has come here to meet him, because remember, there were various lapses were found on the part of the Uttar Pradesh police, especially the Aligarh, especially the Hathras police, and that is why the senior officers are now taking the stock of the situation. But right now they have blocked the media. It's already 30 hours. The media is still all around the village, but they are not able to entering inside. So definitely they are hiding something. The initial time lapses which they did, then the goof up which they continuously doing, and then later after that they cremated the body without the consent of the family. So they are hiding many things. That is why this all is happening. We are reporting continuously, and we are again and again raising question from the administration, from the police officers, that why they are blocking the media, because media is not at all hampering the investigation, because the media is trying to meet the family members who are already the victim. So this is and that is what the police is doing. They are not allowing to meet the victim's family. This is the right of the victim family to meet the media, to tell whatever they are feeling, whatever they want to say. They should come out and they should tell. But police is not allowing that. So definitely we will keep asking the question from the administration, and we are continue doing it.
All right, Alok, thanks for getting us that update. We'll, of course, keep coming back to you. But for now, we're going to slip into a very quick break. We'll come back and get in some more perspective on what's really going on. Welcome back. Let me now introduce our guests who are joining us on this show. We've got Atul Chandra, senior journalist, Sudhir Mishra, resident editor, Navbharat Times. Thank you both of you for joining us on the big story on Mirror Now. Mr. Atul Chandra, let me come to you first here. You just saw this entire sequence that we played out before we went into break, and that really paints a damning picture of the way this entire issue is being handled. The media has been blocked for over 30 hours now, with absolutely zero logic, zero rational explanation as to being given why.
See, this only the district administration can explain. Otherwise, if you ask me, there is no reason why media cannot be allowed access to the bereaved family. The argument is so stupid that Section 144 is in place. 2 people, they won't allow. 3 people, they won't allow. We're not violating Section 144 because they are not going there in more numbers than 2 or 3. And what is the point in not letting people know what the family of the victim feels? You burnt her body, didn't allow them to see her face. You burnt her body in the middle of the night, when Yogi Adityanath is a very strong proponent of Sanatan Dharma, and the 3 a.m. cremation completely and clearly violates Sanatan Dharma. No question asked from the government. No question asked of the district administration of Hathras. Why? What is the reason? Obviously, one reason could be that they don't want people to know the truth. They don't want family to repeat the allegation of rape, as the government has very systematically tried to give a spin to the rape theory and claim that there was no rape. And I can tell you that except for that cousin's bite which you showed, the boy who overheard the district magistrate saying that a wrong body was cremated, I think hushing up the rape part and ensuring that the family is threatened enough not to talk of rape ever, that could be the only reason. Other than that, I don't see why the media should not know.
Absolutely, Mr. Chandra. My apologies if I can interrupt you. I wanted to also get in Mr. Sudhir Mishra here because, you know, either which ways, Mr. Mishra, there is a girl who has lost her life. There is, whatever said and done, the media being blocked like this for 30 hours. There's absolutely no, we've seen some horrible things that the UP, the government as well as the police have received flack for, but this is something that is at a completely different level. Your views, please.
ये उत्तर प्रदेश पुलिस की आदत नहीं है इतने अग्रेसिव मीडिया को झेलने की। पिछले कुछ समय में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया जो जिस तरह का एटीट्यूड रहा है,
सही कह रहे हैं,
तो उसमें मुझे अब लगता है कि जिस तरह से टीवी चैनल्स ने इस मामले को उठाया है, तो वो आदत नहीं है पुलिस की कि लोग उसको लगातार फॉलो करें, लगातार उसके ऊपर बात करें। और दूसरा ये कि जब मामला इतना मिसहैंडलिंग से इतना बिगड़ चुका है, यूपी गवर्नमेंट मतलब एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन और एक जिले की पुलिस के गलत तौर तरीकों ने पूरे सरकार की साख को दांव पे लगा रखा है। तो ऐसे में जो अधिकारी उसके जिम्मेदार हैं, वो अब चाहते हैं कि आगे कोई चीजें नहीं आए, जबकि हालात क्या है अंदर के, उस बच्चे ने बताया ही है कि पिटाई तक हो रही है उनके घर वालों की। तो ये बातें अगर लोग डायरेक्ट बोलेंगे टीवी चैनल्स पे, तो 24/7 जो चैनल्स होते हैं उनके इम्पैक्ट बहुत ज्यादा होते हैं, सरकारों के ऊपर, समाज के ऊपर बहुत ज्यादा प्रभाव पड़ता है। और वहां अंदर ही अंदर कुछ नई चीजें भी दिक्कत शुरू हो रही है, जैसे कि वाल्मीकि समाज के लोग हैं, तो ये सफाई के काम से जुड़ी हुई कम्युनिटी है। तो कल एक जिले के लोगों ने हड़ताल करने की बात कही थी, अगर बात ज्यादा बढ़ेगी तो ये एक प्रॉब्लम शुरू होगी। दूसरा जो राजपूत कम्युनिटी की बात आ रही है, वो लोग, उनमें नाराजगी ये है कि मीडिया के प्रेशर में और तमाम राजनीतिक दबावों में उनके लोगों को जबरदस्ती फंसाया जा रहा है। तो अब दो तरफ की नाराजगियां शुरू हो रही हैं। अब वहां जो लोकल पॉलिटिक्स है वो भी बहुत तेज हो रही है, और प्रशासन और पुलिस के हाथ पांव फूले हुए हैं कि इन सारी चीजों को कैसे संभाला जाए। ऐसे में अगर मीडिया एंटर करती है तो आप समझ सकते हो कि उनकी बहुत सारी चीजें सामने आएंगी, जिसको वो नहीं चाहते हैं इस समय कि वो चीजें सामने आए।
बिल्कुल 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 सुधीर मिश्रा जी, आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा। लेकिन अब देखना यह है कि कब तक मीडिया को इस गांव से बाहर रखा जाए, वो अब देखना बाकी है। बट अतुल चंद्रा, सुधीर मिश्रा, थैंक यू सो मच for joining us with that perspective. I'm afraid we're completely out of time to wrap up on this edition of The Big Story. Thank you so much for watching.